all about getting your message across clearly in a way that keeps people interested, and that all begins with the headline. It's got to be short, snappy, and something that's going to catch people's eye. If we look at this story here, it's about the cost of using your mobile phone abroad coming down, and the headline is "Cost of Euro Mobile Roaming Falls." Now that's nice and short, and it pretty much tells you the whole story. The next most important thing is the first paragraph, where you begin to tell the story. Again, that should be short and snappy and have as much information as possible in there. It's not enough just to have a nicely written story. You've got to make the web page attractive for people to look at, so they're drawn in, and also so they don't get bored when they're on there. There are lots of different ways we do that. The most important of those is the use of pictures. If we look at this particular story, we can see there are nice, big, bold images as you move down. However far down the story you scroll, there's always a strong picture on there. Something else we use is a cross-heading. That's just a couple of words in bold. Another technique we use is the fact box. That's just a little bit of text that sits down the side of the main story and maybe gives you some more specific information about one part of that story. As well as the individual stories, we also have to think about the front page of the website. That's the place where all of those stories are brought together and how we present that to people. This is today's front page on the technology section of the website, and you can see we have one big lead story here which we've put a large image on and a nice big headline. Hopefully that's going to draw people in. Down the side we also have a feature that's probably going to stay there all day. That's a longer piece. As well as the written stories, we also have video on the website up in the corner here. It's worth thinking about other things that you can put on there. There's video, there's audio, bits of sound that you can put on a story, all sorts of things that are not just written text. Once we've finished writing a story, we have to publish it to our website. Now at the BBC we use a system called CPS, but you may have something different in your school, and it's important to ask whoever looks after your school's computers how your system works and how you can make a story live on the internet. Now, before we make that story live, there's a couple of important checks we have to go through. Most important of all is to make sure that somebody else has checked it. We need that second pair of eyes to look through, to check for mistakes, to check if we've written anything that could maybe break the law or offend somebody. Once we've had that second check from somebody else that we work with, they can click on a box, say that they've approved the story, and then we can make it live. Once we've made a story live on the website, the next thing we do is start to share it. Here at the BBC, we call around the people who look after the different sections of the website. If we can get the story on the world pages, the UK pages, or the science pages, that means more people are likely to see it. If you're in school, you might want to call around some of the other schools in the area. Maybe they'll be interested in it as well, and maybe they'll put it on their websites. Remember, however interesting and exciting your story is, if you don't make it attractive to people, if you don't put video or audio or put a good headline on it or share it with other people, nobody's going to read it.